Welcome, everyone, to the absolute final episode of season 4 of Runners Roundtable. Today it's just me, Stephanie Diaz, coming at you with a short little baby episode to cap off the season and to express my immense gratitude to the guests and to you, the listener. So, thank you to all 33 women who said yes to being on the podcast, to all 33 women who shared their stories, who shared what they're doing to change the running space, to take up space in the running space. These are all women that I enjoyed learning from and learning about. And I hope you enjoyed hearing from them and hearing their voices, their stories, their experiences within running, and then how they're challenging us to view running maybe from a different lens or from a more expansive lens. So, thank you to the 33 women who joined me this season. And again, for saying yes to my email, because I never know what's going to happen when I send an email asking people if they want to be on the podcast. So, thank you all for trusting me with your time and with your story to share it on this podcast. I also want to thank you, listeners, for tuning in week after week. Sometimes it's felt like there was multiple episodes dropping in a week, but I promise it was just one episode, and time is just moving so quickly. So thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing the episodes on your social media accounts with your friends, with your family. It really means a lot to me that the conversations I'm having are having an impact on you. I want to take a moment to thank 4 women in my life who inspire me daily and who really are the foundation for who I am as a runner. First up is Jennifer Johnson, and she is the very first person I reached out to about joining a running group. And my initial email to her was, I don't know if I can do this. I have 2 young kids at home. I'm not sure if, basically, I'm not sure if running's for me. And her response was, my sister has kids. Just come and check it out. If she can do it, you can do it. So, Jennifer, thank you for being that very first introduction to running and to what is possible. And then because the universe aligned in such a beautiful way, second thank you I want to say is to Dana Groden, who was my very first training partner. And she's got stories of how I used to show up to the runs. So if you ever meet her, you can ask her about me and my little drawstring bags and whatnot. But she was the second person who told me, I have kids, and if I can do it, you can do it. And without those 2 women and that message of kids are not something that limit you, kids are not something that stop you from doing things, who knows what I would have done or not would have done. And then finally, the final 2 are my daughters. And I want to thank them for being the reason why I even decided to run in the first place. It was so important for me to show them what it meant to be a healthy and active woman. And I started running with them because it was just easy to do that. Put them in a stroller, head out the door any time of day. And somewhere along the line, running transformed into something that was for me. So without my girls being that thing that pushed me to want to be the best mother, to want to be the best role model to them, who knows what I would have done. And my girls inspire me daily, just like Jennifer and Dana inspire me daily to take up space, to invite more people into running. But my girls, they're the ones that inspire me to be my best because I know that they're watching, and I want them to see the power of resilience on the run and how that resilience through movement translates to empowerment in life. So thank you to those four ladies who make and have made such a huge difference in my life. This is season 4. It's the end of season 4. Season 1 was all things running. Season 2 was conversations with coaches. Season 3 was the how-tos of running. And this one was conversations with runners. I have no clue what's going to happen in season 5. That's part of this little bit of a break time from the podcast so that I can create space for inspiration to come my way for a theme for season 5, for how I want to continue to grow this space and the voices that I want to uplift. So if there's a woman out there that you think would be an interesting person to hear from, or you think is someone whose voice should be elevated and amplified, please reach out to me, and perhaps they can be a guest in season 5, or perhaps they can be the inspiration behind the entire season. So, 4 seasons of this podcast, there is a lot of content. I pride myself on being a podcast that features female voices only. So please go listen to the different episodes. Each episode exists on its own, so you can jump around from season to season. You can jump around throughout the season and listen to the different episodes. And then after you listen to those episodes, go follow the guests on social media. Go support them, their business, their books, whatever it is that they're building. Go and support them and uplift the woman that you listen to and introduce her to some of the people in your community, or maybe to everyone in your community. Hey, who knows? So, 4 seasons. What's coming up for me next? So, aside from taking a break from the podcast to create space for inspiration to land, I am going to be in full planner mode for my Great Smoky Mountains experience. This is a retreat experience that happens every September. This is my 4th year going to Seven Springs Retreats in Maryville, Tennessee. And it is September 5th through 8th. And in that time, we participate in Vacation Race's Great Smoky Mountains 5K race. We practice yoga, we eat delicious food, we spend time along a campfire, and weather permitting, we make our way out to Great Smoky Mountains National Park for a fun hike. And really, it's one of the things I love the most about what I offer. So I'll be focusing on getting that together throughout the summer and making the 2024 experience even better than the 2023 experience. And it's not to say that it wasn't great already, but each year that I do the retreat, I learn something new and I learn ways to grow, to make it an even more impactful, soul-wise experience for the women who attend. So it is a women's only experience, Thursday, September 5th through Sunday, September 8th, with the 5K race on Friday, September 6th. So if you're interested in learning more about the retreat, check it out on my website at thecookierunner.net/GSM 2024, or you can just send me a message and I will gladly answer any and all questions related to the retreat. Aside from that, I've got some big running coming up eventually, sooner rather than later. Summer training will start for the Chicago Marathon in October. And if you're around here and you know me, you know I struggle with the heat. So that is something that I need to mentally prepare for, which is why I'm so glad to have a little bit of a break from the podcast so that I can start wrapping my head around another hot summer in South Florida and really figuring out, what do I need to do in order to thrive in an environment with conditions that I normally struggle with a lot. So, summer training for the Chicago Marathon. And I will also be in Savannah, Georgia for the Every Woman's Marathon. So, if you're going to be at either of those events, again, reach out to me. I would love to connect further with the running community and just meet all the people who have been impacted by the stories told on this podcast, and people who have just supported me as I've continued to grow in the running space as a podcast host, as a retreat organizer, as a run coach. That's the other thing. Run coaching is there It's happening. I'm with Team Sugar Runs now. So lots of things happening in different phases and seasons. And I'm doing my best to embrace the ebb and flow of life. So I hope you have enjoyed season 4 and know that my brain is always working on the next project and the next thing. So season 5, not sure when it's coming out. And it'll probably again be sooner than what I think, because that's how inspiration with me works sometimes. But season 5 will be on the horizon. Great Smoky Mountains Experience Retreat is on the horizon. Chicago Marathon is on the horizons. New run coaching clients, I know you're out there somewhere. You're on the horizon too. So, looking forward to taking a moment to create space for everything to come towards me for me. So, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for supporting. And again, thank you to the guests. Thank you to the listeners. Thank you to Jennifer, Dana, my daughters. Just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Know that you can always reach out to me on Instagram at The Cookie Runner, or you can send me an email at thecookierunner@gmail.com. Look forward to connecting with you all further in the future. But for now, truly from the bottom of my heart, season 4 was an incredible experience. And I thank you all for being a part of it. Bye.